Hi Liza, so here is the second version. Let's just run through what I've done before we start getting overexcited. This shelf has been moved up to 88 centimetres from the bottom to the floor. I've removed the wheels, and as you can see that gives you just a really nice amount of room between those assemblies. So yeah, if you don't want to be pulling these trolleys in and out all the time, I mean they will drag out anyway, that is a really nice use of the space. If we can remove this shelf, Elfa supply a top board for those units, and that is effectively giving you more usable space. You could even, I've done sort of things like this before, you could actually have a bespoke made board that fitted exactly into that space and rested on those two units, but Elfa do make that. All of that can be done in the graphite, which is the nice chocolatey brown. That is what your basket's going to look like. They only do that in the mesh for that size of storage tower, but the mesh is really nice. It's what most people choose anyway. So coming on to these spaces, these are 300mm deep shelves, and if I just make that translucent, we can see that with my shirt model there hanging in that position. I can't remember if you gave me the position of that rail. It's sort of positioned from the front. But it seems to work to me, and that is a reasonably sort of generous shirt model. You can see you've got a tiny little bit of space down here as well. So a 300mm deep shelf at the back is going to work. This is a basket shelf. It's a shelf with a sort of 100mm upstand at the front, and you can buy these end caps and subdivisions. Now I really like that product. It's good for sort of stacking clothes, folding clothes. It's good for small items, sportswear, things like that. In this situation, I'm not sure how much of a win that is. You could have two flat shelves in there, or really the space is so small, maybe one shelf is a better decision. And because these are going to be, I'm 99% sure you can get the stock 900mm shelf into that space. You could buy one for each side, and if you thought more would be useful, you can buy more at a later date. Now you'll notice that these uprights are hanging down below the floor. You're going to have to trim these off. Now I do that with an electric jigsaw and Bosch metal blades. You can do it with a standard hacksaw. You'll need some kind of a vice or workmate or something to grip it with, or an extra pair of hands. Wrap it in masking tape so you don't damage the paint finish before you start your cut, and just work your way through it with a standard hacksaw, not a junior hacksaw. This mounting system it's so much easier than doing the old school individual vertical screw to the wall. This is a hanging track, and you don't need to sort of, it's all quite tolerant. It's a sort of a loose, flexible system. If you're screwing them directly to the wall, you don't know what you're screwing into, and you have to be so accurate to get it right. So I would say in this position, there's every chance that if you're drilling the top track in here, you're going to hit a piece of timber where those two, vertical, where those boards are meeting. Now that's likely to be plasterboard. It's a racing certainty that there will be a piece of timber behind that line. So that could be all nice and easy, apart from trimming off these verticals, which it's slow, but it's doable. So if you want this before Christmas, delivery in mid-December, we need to order today. If you want to be more relaxed about it, it'll be delivery in mid-January. I've sent my import order in to my supplier. I could add something to it today, end of today, maybe even first thing tomorrow, but it's going to sort of muddy the waters if I try and fiddle around with lots of other orders and stuff very much after tomorrow morning. So either be quick or be relaxed about it, I don't mind. Everything is available in the graphite except this basket shelf, so I think the decision there is, if you're going to do the back wall and you want the basket shelf, do it all in white. If you don't want the basket shelf, and I think it's debatable whether it's useful in that position, then go for flat shelves, and that will all be available in the graphite. I think that's it from me. I'll send you a few screen grabs and an updated 2D, and let me know as soon as you can.